enlightenments, and uncomfortable moments. However, I believe it's all necessary for the betterment of our school, our children, and our community. My hope and prayer is that we continue to go into the light and not in the darkness, but instead make a collective decision, stay the course, illuminating the truth and bringing true solutions to provide our children with a real opportunity in life. I like hearing some of the ideas, even going further, field trips and different ideas, and making it more equitable for all. This school and their elementary school year service foundation years is very important. Franklin has the potential to be a true world-class school, and as a former graduate of this fine institution, I was instilled with the values of striving for excellence in my life and personally, and actively advocating for others. It was done regularly in the Franklin adult community and in the school, building through learning and action. So for reference on my advocacy, on why I pushed so hard with the education aspect, about 20 years ago, I was recruiting for the Navy year, and I actually became a national recruiter of the year. And I recruited on the west side and the south side of Chicago, predominantly Black students. And 8 out of 10 students didn't qualify to join the military with a high school diploma from CPS. We needed 35 to get accepted at that time, and the score goes from 0 to 99. And what we found as we continued with recruiters trying to figure out how to help a 35, if they was at their basic 8th grade level, we think they would qualify. So often when we look at people and we say, why are they doing this on the streets? Why are they not doing this? And things of that nature is so important for them to have the proper foundation. So I'm glad to know that the accelerated program is in place for those who are already advanced, so they don't feel stagnant and do other things, and also taking more of an approach for those who do need help to go further. Their future does matter, and they need true opportunity. So I'm glad to know that that's happening. That was a current journey just for myself, because I know I've been speaking so often for others. I haven't spoken on myself that often, but for almost 3 years, my family and I have been displaced from our home, and we have a mortgage to pay for. And I'm a mom with 2 children, one just graduated, and my car was vandalized with bullets and mass destruction and all of the things. And I say that not for pity, but I say that because so many of our students who we're talking about, that is their norm, and they don't have the opportunity to leave and go into other environments. And so I'm thankful to hear that we're being mindful of that and how to still help get them those different experiences when they're in the school environment and outside, so they can see differently. As many know on this board, or probably not, in the school, I am a combat disabled retired Navy Chief Petty Officer, and for it to be a struggle for me to find safety and solace in my own property, I can only imagine what it's like for others. And on top of that, yes, my daughter excelled, and my son is excelling, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but it took so much work that it actually broke my health and body down, that I don't want that to happen to other parents, for them to get that same opportunity for their children. So we really just want to be mindful and collective of figuring out how to help that. I do want to highlight my daughter with all of that, because she got accepted into top various high schools with historic moments for our family and this institution. She got accepted to, she's the first student to get accepted into AMSA from the school. And they actually accepted her to start in August in sophomore year. She declined respectfully, because she has a full ride to the University of Lab Chicago, and she wants to enjoy her full childhood. So that makes me excited. That means that she want to be around longer. High Jump is a program that partners with Franklin, and I was talking earlier with her on the importance of, I think that's an amazing program, that I'm glad that it's a partnership with Franklin. I'm glad that we're getting more students getting involved, and even more, I think we should really put that out more, because that gave so many opportunities that we wouldn't have had or knew about. So I'm thankful to that. And the principal is an alum from Franklin, so that's super cool to know that without them. And I share our personal journey for several reasons to highlight the importance of a foundation for our children. I want to express gratitude to our amazing administrators and teachers that we have here. It's too many to number and name all of the most, but I definitely want to highlight Mrs. Gray did a fantastic job at the graduation yesterday. Definitely, Mr. Amron was a huge part of our family, and we're so appreciative of him. And Mrs. Brink was a huge part for us too, is getting ready to retire. And so it's extremely big shoes to fill for those positions, and questions, as you said earlier, Principal Montour, of many want to know, who's gonna fill those shoes. And so, I'm really excited about the new upcoming board members that we're gonna have. I think it's gonna bring fresh face, fresh revelation, going into what it is, where Franklin's trying to go. My family and I, we are on the ropes of if we're gonna stay or not, here, because, there was some trauma that we talked about prior to that my son endured, and I want to keep him on an upward trajectory, to where he's going, so, but even if we're here, even if we're gone, myself, I'm an alum, my daughter's an alum, and so I still plan to work alongside this board, that board, of whatever is needed and voice to bring to, Franklin and what they need. So I want to personally thank this board for fighting and going through all the hard stuff, because that's what it looks like when you bring in change, and I know it's very uncomfortable, and I'm thankful for it. I thank the principal for, continuing to fight and go through. I wanna thank my SMED staff for the hard work and dedication and time that was put into bringing a lot of change, to Franklin, and continue to go forward with whatever that looks like in the future. And, thank you, Mr. Chairman, for thinking of this idea and giving us the opportunity to voice ourselves, and thank you, Principal Montour.
Thank you.